Roberts, sort of the same old story, showed some signs of improvement, but there's also fundamental errors sort of let you down.
Yeah, I think so. I think there were some really nice moments there, but too few and far between. A little bit frustrating, but again, I know it sounds ridiculous, but there's no lack of effort, and boys are working really hard, and even out on the field, no one's rolling over. But it's a massive project.
What did it feel like out there, Alex?
Yeah, I felt like when we stuck to our game plan and we trusted that, put ourselves in good positions in the field and opportunity to score points, evident through our start. 2 quick penalty goals. But then, it's just disappointing when we have our set piece lets us down at times, or we have a miss a clean out, as Rob said, simple errors, and then they seem to, spark really well off those, and then make big line breaks off some of them.
Rob, as a coach, though, you must be feeling proud of the guys that at least they're going the journey, at least they're fighting. That looks like they've dropped their heads. So does that give you a bit of confidence in your own self and your own job, given it's 5 straight defeats?
I guess as a management group, one thing that we've all stayed true to is the faith in what we're trying to do, and the end goal that we all want to I guess have in mind. This is a massive hurdle, or several hurdles, but as you say, the work's going in. Boys are I guess trying their best. Without making excuses, you lose your 2 senior locks after 20 minutes, and we've basically got a Colts pack out there. And the reality of that is that the repercussions are on the whole team, because our set piece isn't dominating, and it's never going to be able to dominate with the youthfulness and lack of experience that we possess. But there's some great signs there. It doesn't mean they're bad footballers, they're just not mature enough yet to compete at this level. But there's enough quality in them that in the near future they will grow into those roles.
What do you need from the board? Do you need just time?
I guess we need resources, and we need we need to strategically recruit in a couple of areas so that the organisation can move forward more quickly than just relying on the youthful guys to come through. So it's a combination of time, of a really quality recruitment strategy, and aiming high.
And it was about a month ago that you said, if it's in the best interest for me to go, I'll go. But do you passionately want to stay in the job, and do you want the board to allow you to give yourself the time to see your contract through, not just this year but next 2?
Oh yeah, I love what I'm doing. I guess with the initial stages was when I was brought in was, could I bring a young group through? Of course I can. I think I would back my record against anyone there to be able to do that. But you do need to have a combination of youth surrounded by experience, and if we look back to round 1 when we play the Reds, and that was going to be a great contest, and we lose our captain in 9, and we lose our midfield pairing, 1 for the season, 1 for 5 weeks. On the back of that, we ended up with a massive bump against the Brumbies a week later, because we hadn't really had time with the combinations coming together. So there's a whole lot of issues that have, I guess, culminated in what now is I guess, a pretty ugly, very ugly looking run of games. But as I say, I think if there wasn't for the calibre of people in the organisation and the calibre of men that are in the group trying to do the jersey proud, then this would have blown up and disintegrated massively. And it's a credit to them all that they're still fighting on. No one likes it, no one's enjoying it in terms of the results, but there's a real resolve to try to get better every week, and that'll continue.
Rob, you spoke a lot about the players and their feelings and how it's difficult for them to deal with it, but you're the coach and you sort of take more responsibility. How does that deal with you? Like, has that taken a toll on you, and how has that been compared to other points in your career?
Yeah, look, I've been through a couple of scenarios similar to this, and I guess with support, time and help, I know what the end picture can look like. And look, you know yourself, you've been writing about sports stories for a long time, and you know the worm turns, and with a quality, I guess a really quality succession plan, a structure that allows you to drip feed youth and talent in to let them expose themselves at the highest level when they're ready, is what the future's got to look like for the Waratahs. Hopefully I can be part of the establishment of that, and it can kick on.
Is part of that also making guys want to come to New South Wales? Like Isaac Rowe, a perfect case, a guy who, under normal circumstances could have gone to a club and didn't choose the task. Is that a concern as to why maybe people aren't coming to New South Wales?
Yeah, I think there's a number of levels there. The reality is the Western Force don't have the same financial restraints that we do.
Right.
There's a massive one.
Big checkbook.
That's right. And the other, if the Force, when we played them, we had 23 international caps. They had 333, I think it was. So, if you dig a bit deeper into the whys, and that was a game, on another day we could have won. So, I know I've just said, it's disappointing to be in the situation we're in, but in some regards, there are moments there where that we're not far away. So, I guess we're clinging to the hope of those moments, and we can build off those.
The injuries to you two blocks, what is the status then of the other guys? Well, and you must just also think to yourself, how is this possible to lose so many guys in key positions constantly?
Yeah, I mentioned the other day, I think we've got more moon boots in our place than NASA. It's just ridiculous, the amount of high ankle sprains and ankle injuries and foot issues that we've got. Things come in waves. Been through cycles like this before. This would probably be one of the worst injury-wise that we've had, that I've certainly had to deal with. But the injuries aside, Keardy head knock. Obviously, the regulations stipulate that 6-day turnaround now into the Brums, he won't be available, and then Wykesy looks pretty sore. So. That's another real challenge that looms right on the horizon.
To get that experience, there's a large pool of Australian players overseas. Are you going to try to bring some back to Australia, or bring foreign players?
Yeah, we've been, I think Paul Dawn's done a fantastic job in really, I guess, re-establishing a strong relationship with Rugby Australia and Scott Johnson and Tomo there, who have a great handle on all the players that are around and who are looking to come back. So we're working hard with them to try to, I guess, re-establish the quality of player that we need here to help bring on some of these young, talented individuals that we do have. Those sorts of things are never, not done in isolation. Yeah.
Are you optimistic that Scott Johnson and Adrian Johnson will be able to achieve that and kind of help not just direct players to the Force at the moment, but to the talent?
Yeah, I think to be fair to them, I don't think they're just directing them there, but they've got some pretty nice carrots dangling out there to entice players across there. So, and we're not in that position. We just have to make sure that in some ways that we're playing a brand of rugby that's successful and that people want to be a part of. The culture's one that people want to be a part of and want to, I guess, contribute to the legacy. And on the back of that, have enough money at the end of the day, because that's where the rubber hits the road, to be able to ensure that the ones that we're targeting are financially remunerated appropriately and don't feel as though they're missing out by coming here.
All good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You guys want to